Hi guys, so something a little bit different today. I've just picked a track on my Digitone that I want to turn into an audio reactive track. So I've just picked one with some variants in the types of sounds, so everything's in its own space sort of thing, so I can react it with the video. So what I'm going to do is just run through the track that I'm going to do. So to start with, what I'll do, I'll record this track in to my DAW and then bounce it out as an actual track and then go from there. Right, so I'll just run through how we made that track. So on track 1 we've got the kick, that's just one of the standard kicks from the presets. On track 2 I've got this FM sound. I think I just messed around with the FM drum and turned it into sort of a synth sound by using the fold there to manipulate the sound, and then just running through the algorithms and messing around with the waveforms. Then on track 3 I've got the acid sound. So I made that preset sound myself just with a couple of saw waves and putting a filter on it, so we've got the resonance quite high. Then on track 4 got sort of like a bassy sound that sits underneath, and that again is a preset that I've used. Obviously de-pitch that one a bit to get the bass tone. Track 6 got the snare, and track 5 got the hi-hats. So altogether that makes up the tune. And now what I'm going to do is put it into After Effects and get a little music video going. Okay guys, so I've jumped over to my PC here in After Effects. It's quite easy to use once you've messed around with it for a few hours. I've just got my video here which goes through basic animation of these squares, and I want to get those reacting to the sound that I've just made on the Digitone. So I've got all these shape layers here. These are the squares. If I just solo those, you can just see I've just got these squares that I've animated, so they've already got animation on, and then I've just simply put a movie background in the background that sort of suits it and blurred it a bit. So I've got quite a nice little animation, quite psychedelic going on there with the little squares. And then what I want to do is audio react that. So the way we do that is go to the plugin called Freak React, which is quite a cheap plugin, but it's very good. And I'm going to go plus to create a new project, so call it Digitone, and create. So you've got to be clicked on the audio layer first and then play that through. So I've got my bass kick drum there, so I'll move this box round to find the frequency of the bass kick which is there. If we just play that through again, I'll just take it up a bit further so it captures the whole area, and then you press bake. And then you press finish baking. So what I want to do now is react some parameters of the shape layers. So I've got let's take 6. In fact, let's select them all these different animations that are going on, and can try and affect everything at once. So we've got effects, we've got contents repeater and transform repeater. So you've got scale, opacity, rotation, all these things that I've played around with to get my animation. and let's say for example rotation. So I'll click on that one, pull up frequency react, make sure it's on that one and press react, and then it gives you an option to go to pulse. I'll just select the easy one for now, and then it will respond to the frequency of the kick drum, and then you just increase the intensity to say 30, and then that will react that parameter. So what I'm going to do now is just run through and react a few of these parameters, the rotation and the size, and sort of make everything react to the beat there, and probably the hi-hats as well and the snare, and then we'll see what we've got.